Tommy Europe, our guest. He's a television host. He also has a new book, The 10-Pound Shred, From Flab to Fit in 4 Weeks. Why 4 weeks?
That's what I used on the last 10 Pounds Bootcamp. And 4 weeks is a very manageable period of time for most people. If they're in a program that's too long, especially if they're novices, it just gets a bit more daunting. 4 weeks is broken down every day. All they have to focus on is day one, day two, day three. Everything's completely laid out for them. And then, you know, over the course of the time, I teach them how to set up their own resistance training workout, their own cardio workout, so that when you get to day 32, what do I do now? Well, now you take the bull by the horns and you make some positive changes.
Have you figured out what motivates people to stay at it? Have you got the secret to that?
Well, I don't think there's a secret. I think it's different for everybody. Fear motivates a lot of people. They don't want to get, you know, they don't want to be overweight, or they don't want to get sick, or they want to look great for whatever whatever event it may be, or depending on their profession or job, they may have some pressures there. So that's it. It's going to vary for everybody. But what I try and get across is, think of it as a lifestyle change. You're doing it for you. You're trying to be healthier, stronger, happier. And you know, you're very healthy, and it's so much better as you age, that you do feel healthy and you do take care of yourself and you do stay active.
Sure, and you have more energy.
Much more.
You are a real zoomer. However, when it comes to brides, nobody likes to sing "Here Comes the Big Fat Bride," you know, or the big fat groom for that matter. But brides seem to be under more pressure, and well, especially when you have to buy the wedding dress 6 months ahead, and you think, okay, have to stay at my weight.
Well, a lot of them, they get these dresses and they get them too small, and it's actually a fact. They get it too small because every bride thinks they're going to train and work out so they can look, you know, absolutely fantastic on their wedding day. And then, you know, it's a month away and they haven't done anything. So that's, with bulging brides, it's pretty interesting.
Sure, you have a seamstress, I'm telling you always.
Yes.
Say, just in case this doesn't work. Tell me about putting bulging brides together, how it worked, what it was like for you to do.
Once we started the last 10 Pounds boot camp, they asked me, what do you think about a show called Bulging Brides, Working with Brides? I'm like, yeah, that could work.
Sure.
Brides could be pretty neurotic and, you know, full of fun. And you know what? We did 3 seasons of Bulging Brides. It was a 6-week process. And that was a great experience. I met some great people, met some crazy brides as well, that I'm sure are probably single now.
Oh, really? You should do that. Bulging Brides, that can be the sequel. Either Bulging Grooms or Bulging Brides who didn't quite make it.
Well, some of them
through the marriage.
Yeah, through the marriage. Marriage is tough. I mean, that wedding it's one magical day. Yeah. I've been in and out of one, so they take work, and I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. Anything that's that's useful, that's worthwhile, is going to take work to build a solid foundation.
Sure. When you're a personal trainer, do your clients tend to confide in you like you do the hairdresser or the stylist?
Yes, I've been privy to some information that others haven't heard.
Sure. But is there a code among personal trainers? You know, you're working out and you're vulnerable and you've broken up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend and you decide to tell Tommy Europe everything. So when you leave that gym, is there a code among personal trainers to say whatever happened in the gym stays in the gym?
Yeah, it's between you and your client. And then, in my situation, most of my clients I'm friends with. And you're building a relationship. They're trusting you, you're trusting them, and it kind of goes both ways. Because sometimes, if something's on my mind and I'm with somebody who's my friend, yeah, you're going to talk about it. But it doesn't leave there like, oh, you wouldn't believe what I heard. And that's the way it should be.
Yes, it should be, and it should be that way in spas or salons, because as you know, the girls get in and they start chatting.
See, but in the spas, you guys talk really loud. I've been in a spa and I've heard stories like, you hear names going across. And
well, then that's fair game. You can chat about us after if we're having a little gossip while we're doing the nails, if you want to. Team sports, how important is it for a kid?
Extremely important, and so much so that I've actually just partnered up with Kidsport BC.
Really?
And kidsport.ca as well. So basically, a lot of the boot camps that I do, Some of the proceeds are going to be going towards kids sport. I'm going to attend some of their events.
Right.
Because I think it's really important and it sets you up for later in life, regardless of what you do. You get to learn to work with people who are different from you. They're raised from a completely different family, or they could be a different ethnicity, and you're all working towards the same common goal. And I think team sports is very important and crucial, and probably one of the things that we're missing in our society today.
As a parent, and you will have to face this, a young girl?
A young girl, yeah.
When she wants to play sports, how are you going to determine? Should it be soccer or tennis or swimming?
So what do you want to do?
Okay.
You know, I'm just going to leave it up to her. Obviously, if I would have had a boy, I probably would have been like, hey, football looks pretty good, huh?
A little pressure.
A little pressure.
Well, you know, I have a grandson. He thinks a lot in football. We decided it wasn't his sport. He's like pondering something. I don't know what. So he thinks soccer's his sport. It just is. And I think as a parent or a grandparent, you have to pull back and say,
yeah,
you know.
It's got to be something that they like, but a couple of the best sports for young kids are soccer and like softball or baseball, because you're working on your agilities, you're working on, you know, functional type directional training, really, and hand-eye coordination.
And as you know, young girls get respect today in sport. Definitely. And so team sport, people actually come and watch us play now. You know, there was a day when they only would watch the boys.
Yep, I mean, and the level, everything's improved. And for females, regardless of the sport, it's at a very, very high level, just like it is for men.
What about your stunt work? Doing some film work?
Yes, I'm in the film and TV community. I haven't done too much so far this year. Last year I was working as a stunt double on V for Morris Chestnut, and worked on Supernatural and a few other things through the years.
Is it fun? I mean, are you falling out of burning cars or off buildings, or do you do other things?
I'm more the athletic type guy. So if they need somebody jumping off of something, or stair falls, fights.
Sure. Okay, so we can see you on the Last 10 Pounds Bootcamp, Thursdays, 5 p.m. Slice. Thursdays,
5 p.m. on Slice, and any information that anybody wants to find out about me, they can visit my website, which is tommyeurope.tv.
We can remember that.
Yes, nice and easy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fanny.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for helping bring home one of those great cups. Tommy Europe, the Last 10 Pounds Bootcamp.